Virgo, when I did a channel ahead of this reading for you, I got a very clear picture of something a little bit gross, okay? It was going in the right direction. It was a drain that was being unblocked. I know. It's like, you know, when someone uses some sort of drain unblocker and then they sort of pour some weird thing down on there and the whole lot just kind of goes bloomp like that, and it just whoosh. It lets that whole plug of God knows what go. I know, I really hope that you're not actually having your breakfast or whatever. But it's weird because Virgo for me, and let me know in the comments, is the sign most likely to keep on top of the drains, you know, to have things be clear, to pull hair out of the shower thing, all of that. So that's what I got for you. Oh my God. Okay, that's good. Then I'm looking in my oracle cards and there's a tarot card in there which does not belong to this deck. So 10 of Cups. Let's just lay that bad boy down on the table. We'll come back to it. Oh my God, that's really nice. I wonder if that means we should be using that deck for you today. Okay. First oracle card I get for you is Mist. And I'm wondering if this as well is on the kind of drain blocking type thing. Yeah, it is. Okay, clarity is sometimes clouded. Wait for the truth to reveal itself. So why am I getting, this is a rhetorical question, I suppose. Why am I getting, Virgo, a block drain clearing itself, and we're getting mist? And of course, what happens with mist, which is insinuated here, is that it clears. And what looked like a murky kind of a landscape becomes, just dropped the box of thing on the floor, becomes clear. Something's going to become clear. Okay, I was going to use that deck for you. Now it's telling me to use this deck. I have had half a coffee, so look out. You know what I'm like, I'm very sensitive to caffeine. I've got the other half there in my massive cup as well, look at that. Yeah. Okay, tell me more about this drain and blocking mist weirdness. Oof. 10 of Wands. This is something that Virgos do. You do get bogged down by things. You do get bogged down by obligation. But do you know what I'm getting for you? Is that this is not obligation necessarily that belongs to a situation right now. I'm getting that this obligation is a pattern from quite a long time ago where you learn to take on other people's worries and woes and even solve it for them. Okay, interesting. I'm going to say go and get yourself a coffee or a drink or something a bit stronger, Virgo, because I feel like this is going to be a deep one, as the actress said to the bishop. We get the 3 of Pentacles. Look at these mustachioed dudes. So cool. 3 of Pentacles, sharing the load, working together. It's very important, and this is difficult for a Virgo to do, I think, because Virgos are very capable and you are the sign that represents service. If you get the opportunity to share this burden with somebody, or whether this is in a close personal relationship, and we will look at love and relationships in the second half of this reading, or whether this is to do with work and you're literally taking on too much at work, whichever way this falls for you, it's important not to keep it to yourself like you normally do, but to actually express to other people that you need help with something, you know, that this is a job that needs to be done by a team. Then we get the King of Cups coming in. That's interesting. Let me take another card for that. What do we need to know about the King of Cups? Ooh. The 8 of Wands. Okay, so King of Cups, Eight of Wands. King of Cups is the king of feeling. So we have the Page of Cups, we have the Knight, we have the King and Queen. The Page is still knocking around with the fish in the cup like a drunken kind of sailor. And the Knight is the Page when the Page has discovered that they need to actually get a horse, get their act together and turn up with something decent, okay? By the time we get to the King and the Queen, there is a mastery of emotion. There's an overflow of emotion. Now, part of this could be you because your other side, your opposite sign is Pisces. And all the Virgos I know, very capable, good at timekeeping, fairly organised. But when something hits, as in something emotional or, a bit of emotional weather comes across, they can very much go over to the Pisces side and just let everything go. And I think it's an escape mechanism for you. I think it's a way of kind of like a pressure cooker, just pulling that lever and letting the steam out. And I think it's a rather good thing that you do this. You just like let go of the reins. It's like, okay. And I feel that this is something to do with relationships. King of Cups, Eight of Wands is a conversation, it's communication, it's knowledge moving on. It's an 8, and 8s are always about movement. And it just feels like, there's movement in terms of you being able to express your emotions about either a relationship or a situation or a pattern in a way that perhaps you weren't able to express them before, or you've tried, but it's difficult for you to do that. Some of you, I think, and this happens a lot with Virgo children growing up, to be people pleasers. It becomes very natural for a Virgo child to be a child of service. So that can come out in different ways. Weirdly, I just had a channel of you as a little kid handing things out at a party. So this could have been handing out, nibbles at a grown-up party, or handing out things at a young birthday party, but definitely serving the people in the party rather than, especially if it was your own party as well. You're sort of making sure everybody's got what they need. And then I'm getting you sitting in the corner with a kind of an opened present, but it feels a bit empty for some reason. So growing up, Virgo, you may have tried to fill a sense of emptiness with a sense of service to other people, to be useful at work, to be organised, to know where everything is for the people who aren't organised, to be able to be counted upon. Virgos are very reliable. I've always said, in terms of if you're looking for someone to marry a Cancerian, marry a Virgo, maybe a Taurus as well. But at what cost to you? Okay. The King of Cups is a very different character to that. And I feel like for some of you, somebody is going to cross your path. You may already be involved, and we'll have a look in the love reading whether this is to do with love, who is not like that, who may challenge your emotional status. They may ask you something or tell you something that unlocks this rather closed box that you've had for a long time. Some of you as well, in your emotional relationships, I'm getting quite a lot of relationship stuff for you, may be having difficulties in communication with somebody that is quite emotional. I get the Five of Wands, which is my card for, it's like, I always get this when it's kind of a telephone line with a crackle that you can't hear, like back in the 80s, if you were on one of those old, if you know, you'll know. And then you've got that crackle on the line. Maybe like, back in the day, if you, shock horror, made a foreign telephone call don't tell your dad about the phone bill. If you manage to get a paper clip and break the lock off the phone and make a call to somewhere abroad, do you remember how it used to sound very faint and very crackly? I'm getting some communication between you and somebody else as being on a bad line. Okay, interesting. I'm now being told to go and get this. Different deck. Okay, I'm looking at love and relationships here. So for some of you, this will be relationships in general. For some of you, this may pertain, and I'll dig a little bit further, to a particular romantic connection or love connection, in whichever way that is. There will be an extended love reading, as there always is, Virgo. And this month I'm doing you and them side by side mirror love readings for those by popular demand. Let's have, oh, now that is interesting. Different deck, okay? We're now using Divine Deco. We were using the one that fell on the floor. That's not the name of the deck, although if it was my deck, that's exactly what I'd call it. Tarot Nouveau is what we were using before. First card I get for love and relationships is the Eight of Wands again. Now, do you remember we had the Eight of Wands and it was next to the King of Cups, and I'm feeling this. This is big. King of Cups, emotions, romance perhaps. It could as well be, I mean, it could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or somebody who, I'm getting the words, it means a lot to you. Okay, I get this. It means a lot to you. It means a lot to you to communicate right. There's some disconnect. Okay, tell us a bit more, please. If you can hear pitter-patter, by the way, it's because I've got a glass roof and it's absolutely chucking it down. I really like doing tarot readings with my cosy cup of coffee in the kitchen while it's, that's my happy wiggle, by the way, while it's raining outside. If this is resonating as well, do hype the video, forgot to say. So if you're on a phone, hit the like button, thank you very much. And you will see the hype will come up. If you go like that and you scooch past clip, rewind, whatever, you get a chance to hype the video and leave me some hype points. I know we go on what, apparently there's some sort of leaderboard. I have no idea where this is. Oof, but it would be much appreciated. Okay, doing a little dance here. I'm liking this a lot for you and I'm feeling it. Eight of Wands and then the Knight of Cups. Now, remember what we said about the Page and then the Knight and then the King and the Queen. The Knight has not yet reached the King of Cups status. Doing pretty well, as in they have gone and got themselves a horse. They have dressed the horse nicely. They've usually upgraded the cup. Think of it in terms of somebody turning up with some dried out chrysanthemums from the spa shop that have the price ticket on them, and maybe, I could really divide the nation here, a box of lint balls. I said what I said. And think of that then leveling up to somebody who's gone to a bespoke flower shop, got some wildflowers with not cellophane but some actual, like, you know, that gorgeous waxy tie and a bit of brown paper, and they're all really gorgeous and a little bit fragrant. Hello, sweetheart. And then, you know, they've picked you out a box of 6 truffles off a chocolate counter which have properly been wrapped. So think of that as the difference. Sorry, I'm just checking my cat because she's the cat that pees everywhere, and this morning she peed on a mini food processor. Didn't you, sweetheart? Yes, I did throw it away. I couldn't even bear to wash it and use it again. I was like, we're done. Anyhow, right. Knight of Cups is, think of this as well as like, you get a little text message, how are you? You think, that's Page of Cups material. You get a text message, I'm thinking about you. and I'm really sorry about what I said. Knight of Cups. A phone call or someone turning up to tell you about it, maybe with a gift, King of Cups. Each time this person has realised that it's not enough and they're levelling up. And there's something here about what you deserve. Part of this is coming from them, and part of it is coming from you. I'm just going to shut the kitchen door a moment. Or we will have no peace, Virgo, and this is an important reading. So part of this is because I believe the mist is clearing for you, and I believe that the way you've lived up until now, and you know, the way we live between 0 and 7 years old is, as they say, is it give me the boy until he is 7 and I'll show you the man, you know, or give me the girl till she is 7, I'll show you the woman, is a proverb that's claimed by lots of different people, but basically what it's saying is it's very, very formative during that time. So I feel like the mist is clearing in lots of different ways for you. I really like the fact that we have this weird card dropping out of a different deck in the wrong place. And it feels like the mist has cleared and now this is kind of crystal and sparkling. And I love that. I'm just going to go and open the door again, Virgo, and leave it open so that she can do what she needs to do, because I can't stand cats meowing. Hello, sweetheart. You can come and listen to the reading if you like, but everybody knows you're a Taurus. Okay, so I feel like the mist is clearing and there's an opportunity here for someone coming forward. For some reason, there's been an issue about this before. Oh my God, this is such a nice reading for you. The Sun. I love the Sun as a card. Of course, you could be on the cusp of Virgo and Leo, but also just, you know, enjoy this card because it's a card that talks of good luck and radiance and something coming in and good vibes and openness. Think of the moon as yin, as hidden, as the subconscious. Think of the sun as yang and open and transparent and exerting outwards. The moon brings in and hides. The sun pushes out and shines. This is revelations. This is truth telling. This is opportunity. This is luck. This is health as well. Well, this is very nice, Diablo, isn't it? Yes. Okay. That's right, sweetie. It is lunchtime after this. And it will come. Okay. Oh my God. This is just a really, you know, nice reading. Sometimes they happen, not that often, where it's just all like, wow, and yes, and woohoo. But it is, it's really nice. The Fool. This is possibly for some of you a second chance. It could be that you're in a relationship or a cycle with somebody or a connection with somebody, and there is a second chance at a new start. We've had, you know, November, we had Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius and then in Scorpio, and it was like, it was a lot, and it may have felt like you were literally that figure in the mist for the whole of November. It feels as if the broken phone line becomes digital is what I'm getting. I know you're moving from analog to digital in this relationship, and for a few of you there may even be some sort of computer connection or social media, blog, vlog. I don't know. I don't really understand it. There's a lot here about communication, it being muffled, it being misty, there being veils and, hair in the drain or whatever you want to call it. And that it kind of, the cobwebs are getting blown out, they're getting blown away in a way that is partly just one of those things, like sometimes you have an upturn in luck for no reason. And can I just say, if that's the case, take it and run with it, because it's really, really nice. I always say, if luck comes knocking, just answer the door, but don't ask them why they came. Who cares? Right. So you have the Fool, new beginning. You have the Knight of Cups. You have the Sun. You have the Eight of Wands twice. Tell us a bit more, please, about this person, about this connection. Oh my God. Yeehaw. Go on then. Gonna get myself a dog. Or maybe a lion. Okay, Strength. How many more nice cards do you want? Sun, Fool, Strength. Okay. Leo energy as well. Again, you may be Virgo, Leo cusp, but also you may be dealing with the Leo because we've got the Sun and we've got Strength. But for some of you, this is a really important card when it comes to self-mastery. And self-mastery are key in your relationships. You are coming into a cycle where it's okay to be you. And that's what the Strength card is. It's, I know myself, warts and all, the good, the bad, the ugly. And that is a form of strength. It's confidence. It's the fact that you can say, here I am. Take a whiff. This is me. I'm good enough. I know I am. I don't have to prove myself. I don't have to serve people. I don't have to please people. The people-pleasing shop is closed. Thank you. Katoing. I love this for you. I absolutely love this for you. Tell us if there are any difficult, I can't speak at the moment. I'm on the tail end of Mercury retrograde and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Tell us if there's any obstacles, if we're going to call them that. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, Virgo, why do you have to be so complicated? Lordy, sugar lumps. Okay, wow. I'm going to show you these three together because you'll know why I laugh then. Because I don't just go around manically laughing at people's readings. The King of Cups, again, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles in the middle. I get this. I get this. When you get the King and the Queen of Cups showing up together, we already had the King of Cups showing up by himself. There is something very matching about you and this person. And do you remember I said you can flip into your Pisces side? It feels like you connect with this person at a very esoteric level, okay? I'm talking songs, telepathy, music, 5D, what the rest of the muggles might call weirdness. You connect on a really spacey kind of, I don't know, it's kind of private, emotional level with this person. And in the middle, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a very bread and butter, meat and potatoes, dig in the soil, get real. It's time to get real. It's time to know what is real and what is not. What is fantasy and what is truth. What is, I call it biting the coin. What is genuine and what might be counterfeit. What is an absolute real foundation that you can build something on. And that is where you're going to be at with this connection. And also with all the other things in your life to do with what you're doing for a living, how you're living, the lifestyle that you're living. Is it what you want? Is it going to build security for you in the way that you want it to? And can this relationship find solid ground? I'm a quiver with excitement, Virgo. I'm going to go and do your side-by-side, you and me side-by-side reading. And I will choose a deck for you. I will choose a deck for your person. We will read side by side and we will riff off those cards. Okay, I'll probably feed the cat just before I do that reading. I'm just going to say, because she's being a bit of a pain in the arse. And she'll be very happy and we'll be happy. So the link is below, okay, in the description box. Should be below this video. I will see you on the other side. Namaste.